woman who survived hanging. In 1724, Margaret Dixon was found guilty of murder and hanged in public. After the hanging, she was pronounced dead and her body was bound for Musselburgh where she was to be buried. However, the journey was interrupted by knocking and banging from within the wooden coffin. The lid was lifted to the sight of Maggie, quite alive. The law saw it as God's plan and she was freed to live for a further 40 years. 3 facts that will ruin your day. According to a professor of environmental microbiology at the University of Arizona, 20% of office mugs have traces of fecal bacteria. Scientists claim that the probability of drinking water that has passed through a dinosaur is around 100%. It'll be just a molecule or two, but still, that's dinosaur piss you're drinking. A cell phone can have up to 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat.
This man's my hero, and if there's a poster child for using what you have to your advantage, this man is that. Watch him pumping gas into his car, relaxed but very aware of his environment. The moment this bus pulls up on him, he's very quick in pulling the nozzle out of his tank and hoses them down quickly even before their door is fully open. Watch as he stays sharp, noticing the guy coming up to his right to get the jump on him and quickly giving that thief a good hosing down with fuel. These guys quickly realize that this man is not easy prey that they thought he was and quickly get away from him. What happens if these boys drive by and open fire immediately after they leave the station? Is karma that fast?
People behave erratically when they think they're stuck somewhere. This man quickly devolves into a panic when he realizes his elevator isn't moving. He tries to pry open the door before turning to the security camera to get someone's attention.
Hello? Hello?
He pulls his high visibility jacket off, trying again to hit the call button and pry the door open. However, when this continues to fail, he begins beating on the door, the walls, and anywhere he can get his hands on. Eventually, the lights cut off, and we can see him struggling, trying to hit the call button, now armed with his flashlight but still stuck. Enough stubbornness and strength, and the man can eventually pry a hole open from the elevator doors. But unfortunately, his escape was not caught on camera.
Just as they were getting to sleep, a couple got an alert from their doorbell camera.
I immediately jumped up because it was really scary and looked at the ring, and there was a man attempting to take our screen off and go into our window.
They opened the app to see that a man was attempting to break in through their front window. They watched him struggle with the screen of their window before giving up and leaving. They were able to give a full description of the man to the police. They believed that he wanted to get in quick and was discouraged into leaving because he couldn't figure out how to get the screen off of the window. Disney World is known for being relatively kid-friendly. However, this animatronic malfunction had parents wanting to cover their children's eyes. In the video, a Munchkin animatronic starts to malfunction during a show. Due to the way he's jerking around, it looks like he's doing something inappropriate to himself. The host of the show tries to distract the audience from the Munchkin, but unfortunately, this audience will never unsee what they saw during the show.
Is she dancing over there a little bit still? Yeah. Oh, fun. Okay. As I said, folks, please remain seated at this time. We are not. Please remain seated.
If you're not dealing with one kind of crazy, messed up scenario in food service, it's another. While it was unattended, this woman squeezed through the window. It begins with a cup and a drink but quickly escalates. She's bold, at this point, climbing fully into the store to grab whatever she wants. With her shirt pulled up over her head, she thinks she's home free, but fumbles at the last moment, dropping a box of foodstuffs before she's able to shove it out the window. This proves to be only a moment's hold up, as she picks it up quickly and hands it to an accomplice waiting for her thieving out in the car. Disturbing things caught by Twitch streamers. In this 2019 clip, this Twitch streamer is walking through the streets of Japan when he notices something weird. As the streamer is recording, he notices a creepy guy wearing a mask who seems to be following him. Scared, the streamer turns to one side of the street to see if the creepy masked guy is actually following him, confirming his fears.
Wait, he turned. Do I run?
The streamer panics and starts to run forward, but as he notices that the guy is still following him, he begins to shout at him.
Why did you do that?
As a surprise, the guy claims to be a fan and that he was just trying to talk to the streamer. Disturbing things caught on dashcam. In this 2014 dashcam footage, a man is driving his car in the middle of the night through a very dark road. The driver proceeds down the highway with everything going on as expected when suddenly, an odd and suspicious roadblock can be seen ahead, only consisting of 2 traffic cones and a single parked car. A mysterious man then exits the car and attempts to flag down the driver. Distrustful, the driver slows down but quickly speeds up again, as he notices the unknown man attempting to reach something in his pocket. The real dark reason why Disney created Frozen. If you think about the words Disney and Frozen, you would probably think about the famous Disney movie featuring the 2 sisters Anna and Elsa. But what if that's exactly what Disney wants you to think about? For many years now, there have been rumors that Mr. Walt Disney actually had himself cryogenically frozen right before he passed away. While this has been disproven, some actually think that the movie Frozen was given its name so that when the words Disney and Frozen are googled together, Only the popular 2013 movie comes up, and the creepy rumors about Walt are buried forever. Disturbing neighbors caught on camera. This video starts with what seems to be your average suburban morning. Suddenly, you see a woman come into view and throw all of her force into jamming a pickaxe into the front door of this unsuspecting house. She then leaves after a while. Facts that will warp your perception of time, Part 3. We landed on the moon before the first commercially successful rolling suitcase was invented. When the first inmates were imprisoned in Auschwitz, Richard and Maurice McDonald opened the very first McDonald's. Queen Elizabeth is older than the sliced bread. I bet you don't know that Avril Lavigne in reality died in 2003. A few years ago, Avril Lavigne's fans began to insist that the singer actually died after the release of her 2003 album Let Go. Since then, she has been apparently replaced by a body double named Melissa Vandella in order for the record label to keep making money. The double was supposedly taught to sing Avril's songs, perform live, and also record all of her future work. People supported the theory due to evident changes in her appearance between 2003 and 2011, subliminal messages in her Under My Skin album, and a photo shoot in which she has the name Melissa written on her hand. A man in a graveyard caught something horrifying on camera. In this video, a man takes a camera with him into a cemetery at night because he heard the sound of a young girl crying from the graveyard near his house. As he enters the cemetery, he is visibly scared, and keeps telling himself that he is an idiot for putting himself in this situation.
No seas idiota. ¿Qué es esto, güey? No está más lógico una niña llorando en un cementerio a las 12 de la noche.
He spots the girl and points the camera at her.
Amiga. Niña. Ay, no seas imbécil. ¡Venga, güey! ¡Venga, güey! ¡Por favor!
Bike gangs leave you feeling uncertain. Are they criminals or are they the good guys? In this video, they're definitely not. Watch as they ride into this gas station looking all menacing in their helmets in huge numbers. They're not wearing matching gear, which makes it difficult to identify what group they may belong to. Some of them quickly rush into the station store and grab things off the shelves. One of the bikes keels over and the rider will need a hand to raise it while all hell was breaking loose around them. They appear to be without a leader, just running around like headless chickens. There's no violence, but these bikers certainly set out to overrun this gas station, and in that, they succeeded completely. But one still wonders what else they could have had in mind. This next video comes from a series of Snapchat stories uploaded by a woman named Mackenzie Smalley. She can be seen walking outside in the middle of the day in Old Town Scottsdale, probably just trying to enjoy her afternoon and take in the fresh air. However, that's made impossible because just behind her, a creepy man in a pickup truck is following her, turning down every corner she is. At one point in the video, she kindly tells the man, "I need you to stop following me," but it's obvious that he won't obey her wishes.
I need you to stop following me right now. I don't know you. I don't know you. Bye!
She then says that at one point, she even needed to break into a full-on sprint in order to get away from the eerie being. Luckily, the woman was able to escape from the man, but she's expressed her frustration that people who saw the incident unfold didn't do anything to help her.
And the most frustrating part about all of that was I was looking at all the other cars that were driving by, like looking, like saying, like, help, like this, like giving them like the eye, and I didn't do anything.
Disturbing things caught at Disney parks. During the Carnival of Stars parade at Disneyland Hong Kong, the character Shelley May stops dancing with the other characters in the parade. She starts drooping over like she's going to fall, but no one seems to notice. When she finally does fall, a character attendant calls over other attendants and they carry her away from the parade. The video is actually very concerning, because none of the character attendants removed the character's mask to see if she was okay. During a Disneyland parade, Disney fans were surprised to see Maleficent's float on fire. At first, it's hard to tell if it's part of the show or not. The float is in the shape of a large dragon. The top of the dragon's head was completely on fire, but it actually looked really cool and like it could be part of the show. When burning pieces of the float started falling to the ground, the parade watchers realized that the fire was not a part of the show. A park attendant tries to put out the flames using a small fire extinguisher, but it doesn't do anything to minimize the flames. Finally, they get a large fire extinguisher and are able to put out the fire.
Being absent-minded is one thing. This is a whole other thing altogether. The woman in her red Volkswagen must have forgotten her car was hooked up to a gas pump as she went to drive away, yanking the pump along with her. The man filming follows the woman, documenting as she picks the pump up and walks across the gas station. According to the YouTuber, the attendant explained this happens all the time. He explains in his caption that she was texting and not paying attention, driving off in a hurry as she yanked the pump off.
I'm so glad I can make it today. I hope you don't have
Horrifying humanoid creatures caught on camera. In this video, taken from a CCTV camera in a bar in Singapore, two customers sit at the bar ordering drinks. As they put in their drink order with the bartender, a chair behind them starts rocking back and forth by itself. The men take no notice. The chair rocks until it falls over, and the crash alerts the two men. As they turn their backs to pick up the chair, small, human-like creature sprints across the bar behind them and then disappears. It's unclear what the being is, and the men in the video do not notice it because they had their backs turned to pick up the chair. In 2011, a Swedish man named Richard Handel was arrested for trying to split atoms in his kitchen. He was charged for unauthorized possession of nuclear material, but he said he was only doing it as a hobby and he just wanted to see if it was possible to split atoms at home. A fine of 13,600 Swedish kroner was imposed. How to traumatize children. In this scene from the 1986 movie Labyrinth, the protagonist Sarah is crossing the fiery forest when she encounters some weird creatures that seem to be interested in examining the young girl. In fact, these puppets have the ability to detach their body parts and soon attempt to remove Sarah's head in order to verify if she's like them. The girls soon become scared, as the creatures start to perform a disturbing dance with a weird song, ripping off their own heads and tearing out their own eyeballs just for eating them shortly after.
No one wants to deal with a guard dog, right? But what if I told you that a massive loyal dog helped put a burglar behind bars? One bright and sunny afternoon, a gentleman enters their home, unwavering and confident in his actions. He doesn't stop to ensure anyone's around. He simply walks up and acts like he owns the place. Dubai, a massive 122-pound Great Dane, greets him with a friendly bark and prowls around him, seemingly satiated by the man's social advances. Little did the intruder know that the loyal dog was just waiting for a cue from his owner to attack. The dog springs into action like a superhero as the owner catches the man and screams. He goes after the burglar, biting and even going for his face. The man's escape was hasty and messy as he tried his best to escape the attacking Great Dane. The intruder never expected the dog to turn on him, but with one cue from his owner, the loyal dog knew something was wrong. The footage of the attack helped track down the burglar, who was later convicted of second-degree burglary. It's all thanks to one massive freakout by man's best friend.
These two creepy videos will definitely ruin your day. This first scary video shows a car driving through the desert when some animals appear in the area. As the camera zooms in, a mysterious and disturbing creature can be seen moving to the left in an unnatural and strange way. This second creepy video shows a man during a day in the woods when suddenly, he comes across a strange and mysterious figure amongst the foliage. At first, the creature gazes up in the tree and, after a bird tweets, seems startled and moves quickly away. Disturbing things found in the forest. In this 2016 video, a man is hiking in the Berkeley-Jackson County Park as he usually does, when he comes across an old campsite. He keeps walking in the woods when suddenly, he notices something very odd and out of place. All around the campsite are multiple different missing person posters taped onto the trees. As if that wasn't disturbing enough, the posters themselves were completely real, featuring real missing people across different US states.
They're all different. They're all fucking different. Every single one.
Bailey B works at an old theater that is said to be haunted. Although Bailey loves his job, there's something about it he wishes he could change. He often works at night, and he doesn't like this. For some reason, whenever Bailey's on stage, he can't help but feel like there's someone there.
No one in here. Hello? Okay.
Bailey was in total shock and was trying to process what he'd seen. Now, it could be that someone had broken in and decided to seat themselves on the balcony. But given the history of this place, which has had numerous paranormal occurrences, Bailey can't shake the thought of this being a ghostly encounter. But if anything, Bailey can rest assured that he isn't losing his mind, as what he captured on camera shows that someone or something was actually watching him.
Disturbing moments caught at parking lots. While parking backward in a car park, this woman makes a dangerous mistake. She backs up, slowly at first, seemingly mistakenly punching the reverse. Suddenly, the car can speed through the wall barriers, pushing through and leaving them dangling over the side. It's a few levels up, but the person in the car clearly misjudged how quickly they were moving. Thankfully, people come to their rescue, and the car is stopped in time to pull the woman out of her car. In this 2016 footage, two friends are walking in a forest at night when they come across some weird discarded opera masks laying on top of an old dirty clothes pile. They decide to continue on their path, but a short distance away, they find another opera mask hanging up in the trees. Confused, they start talking about what to do next, but suddenly, one of the guys notices something really disturbing hunched over in front of them.
Oh shit! What the?
Disturbing things found in the forest. In this 2021 footage, two men are in the middle of an exploration into a desolate grassy area outdoors at night. They look around for a while with their torches until they seem to find the right spot, where they place a strange slab on the ground. They start to use the mysterious slab when suddenly, one of the men notices a strange red light in the distance. As the camera zooms in, a disturbing figure with red glowing eyes can be seen in the distance staring at the explorers without moving. Disturbing rituals caught on camera. In this 2013 footage, Pope Francis approaches as usual to the sick people who have attended the Mass to bless them. Suddenly, a priest introduces him to a boy, asserting that he needs an urgent exorcism. The Pope's face turns serious, extends his hands upon him and prays intensely, as the boy seems to be immediately affected by the Pope's prayer. Disturbing stalkers caught on camera. This scary video was uploaded to YouTube by CBS Sacramento in 2021 and shows an interview with a woman who is terribly worried about her family's safety because of an alleged stalker who has been appearing at their door for weeks. The man in question has been caught on camera several times by the doorbell security camera. In each shot, the mysterious man can be seen knocking insistently, saying he is from social services and that he needs to get into the house to do a checkup.
Social services. Yeah, my social services.
You need to leave!
Disturbing things caught on CCTV. Seeing a clip of a murderer before their crime is one thing, but this man was caught on CCTV like nothing was about to happen. He and a friend were out, chatting and joking together as if nothing had happened. They go out, run to the store, walk back home, and then moments later, CCTV catch Sean Buell as he runs from the crime scene, carrying the object he used against his friend. Luckily, thanks to pinpointed CCTV, he was caught and arrested shortly after that. Disturbing rituals caught on camera. In this 2021 footage, two friends are in the middle of a cemetery exploration at night in Mexico. They start by observing the tombstones when suddenly, one of them notices something odd in the distance. As the camera focuses, the guys notice a group of people wearing cloaks around a big fire, performing some kind of strange ritual. The explorers keep observing the ritual, but unfortunately for them, one of the men notices their presence, and the whole congregation begins to chase the explorers through the cemetery. Disturbing things caught by drones. In this 2015 drone footage, a man is flying his drone through a desolate land when he comes across a wild animal in the bush. He follows its path and soon finds himself hovering above a den of rattlesnakes. The man keeps observing their natural habitat when suddenly, one of the snakes feels intimidated enough to react, dislodging the camera attached to the drone. In the beginning, the man seems to be confused about what to do in order to get his camera back, but after a while, he wisely chooses to go in with a hockey stick and finally manages to pull the camera to safety. Disturbing things caught by drones. This 2014 drone footage shows the desolate area of the Chernobyl power station, where the disaster took place. As the drone turns around, an animal that could be either a deer or a moose can be seen crossing the road and hiding in the bushes. While at first the video could appear innocent, slowing down the video speed will reveal that the animal has no head, likely as a result of the radiation. In January 2013, 21-year-old student Elisa Lam went missing while visiting Los Angeles. She was found almost a month later dead in a water tower at the Cecil Hotel, where she was staying. In her final moments alive, she was filmed getting on and off the elevator, talking to herself, and seemingly hiding from someone. No one knows what happened to her. Disturbing deleted scenes from kids' movies that were luckily cut. A deleted scene from the 2013 movie Frozen would have reportedly followed two Arendelle castle guards on their way to visit Elsa's residence on the North Mountain to find Princess Anna. However, they are discovered by Elsa, who starts performing a kind of torturous interrogation of the two soldiers for information about her sister.
Evening, gentlemen. Why are you on my mountain?
Apparently, the scene would have even involved Elsa trapping the soldiers in ice until their death.
Yes, Your Majesty!
Never underestimate the power of snow and ice.
Disturbing rituals caught on camera. In August 2016, a video showing a supposedly occult ritual became popular over the internet. The video was recorded inside the grounds of CERN, a European physics research organization, and shows several people dressed in black cloaks surrounding a statue of the Hindu deity Shiva, apparently performing a mysterious evocation. Fortunately, the ritual video resulted in a hoax, with a CERN spokesperson stating that no one was actually harmed and that the mock ritual was performed without any official permission. Wrinkles the Clown is a curmudgeonly homeless man from Florida who dresses as a clown and hires himself out to parents to scare kids for a few $100s. He offers to come to their homes and frighten misbehaving children until they get the message. Disturbing things caught by Twitch streamers. This 2020 Twitch clip shows the Australian streamer Rob D while filming his broken phone in the middle of the road in Japan. Suddenly, he notices a woman acting weirdly while walking with a man on her side. It's soon clear that the girl is actually in trouble as she starts walking towards the streamer, apparently looking for a way to escape the man. The streamer approaches the girl and introduces himself to the stranger as a friend of hers to make him go away.
He's my friend.
Hi. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Good to see you.
The creepy guy asks him where he is from and starts laughing disconcertingly, and seconds later he leaves. Disturbing fan encounters with YouTubers. In this 2018 video, the YouTuber Chili was recording some regularly scheduled spring break content, when the YouTuber and her team got to know a fan who showed up to give them a gift.
Okay, so his name is Lance, and look what he... and now look what he gave us.
At about the 4.5-minute mark, the fan makes a break with Chili's purse and runs out the door.
Wait, that's my purse!
Luckily, they're quick enough to catch him and get her purse back as one of them tackles the man to the ground on the lawn.
Why would you do that?
It's a prank. It's on April 4th. It's an April 9th prank.
Disturbing moments caught on live TV. In this 2015 live footage, a journalist is reporting live from a bug exhibit at the Museum of National History. He and his crew decide to make the story more interesting by putting a large exotic moth on his vest before the beginning of the broadcast. As the broadcast begins, the bug crawls up the reporter's neck and cozies up next to his ear, seemingly biting him. In reality, the reporter's ear had not been bitten by the moth, but rather used as a deposit for 2 eggs, that were luckily discovered before they hatched.
This video comes from a celebrity individual who was a part of a reality TV show hosted somewhere in Mexico. It shows a man exploring a cemetery around 1:30 a.m., searching for a ghost that is rumored to have been spotted there on numerous occasions. He gets his wish. Perhaps the creepiest part about the footage is the girl's scream while he's running away.
Disturbing moments caught at gas stations. This video seems to start like any other late-night convenience store. This woman may have been freaking out before, but she was uncomfortable being filmed by the man with his camera.
Question me. Never wait outside to get them ass.
She gets up in his face, asking if he's gotten enough.
Do you have enough? Do you have enough?
She tosses the phone out of his hand, claiming she could sue him. He's quick to pick it up, but she doesn't stop. She continues yelling at him from across the store, calling him names and saying they couldn't do anything to her.
They're gonna lock you up for lying.
She clearly believes herself untouchable because she doesn't rush out, taking her time to continue insulting the man, who, to note, doesn't react to any of her baiting behavior, before finally exiting. Scary Karen's ruining other people's day.
It seems this Karen loses her headphones as she decides to follow a woman in the airport and claims she's stolen them.
You stole my headphones.
She starts the video by screaming, quickly gaining security attention but deciding to take things into her own hands. The Karen in question starts trying to blockade the accused woman, stopping her from moving forward, saying she's stolen items.
She stole my headphones. If you don't stop her, I'm gonna call the police.
Still, the woman will not stop moving nor entertain the claims. Quickly realizing this is a losing battle, the woman pulls her phone out and starts recording the accused. She begins to get physical, hitting the woman, and is very surprised when the woman doesn't just let her do it. She hits her back and Karen quickly escapes in the other direction, seemingly embarrassed or just very surprised. Facing the consequences of her behavior? Doesn't sound like Karen. This piece of propaganda was made to defame the US.
This is how Americans live today, drinking coffee made from snow and living in tents and buying guns to kill each other.
North Koreans are brainwashed to believe that the United States is evil and out to destroy their country. They also want North Koreans to believe that living conditions in the United States is worse than in North Korea. This video shows Americans, homeless and sleeping in the streets in the middle of winter.
These people lie huddled together with their dead friends in blue body bags, drinking coffee cups full of local snow.
It shows them using outdated technology and that the streets are full of protests. They try to make sure that if their citizens think that living in North Korea is bad, living in the United States is worse.